Hi everyone, welcome to Newcastle Fans TV. I've got Freddie from The Ugly Inside. How are you doing, mate?
Not too bad, mate. Personally, okay, but not a lot to sing and shout about recently for Saints.
We can echo that, can't we? We're both struggling down there. Well, actually, let's begin there. Tell us about your form. Obviously, Newcastle struggling, Southampton struggling. Tell us about your last few fixtures. What's happening with Saints?
Well, we're drawing games, not winning games, and Pellegrino's setting up the side not to lose. So it's so frustrating, and we are coming into games trying to play them off the park. We're holding possession. It's a continental way of playing that you see from a lot of European managers, but it's just not connecting with Pellegrino this season. It takes us 2/3 of a match to wake up. Prime example, Burnley a couple of weekends ago. After they score the goal, we suddenly come back to life. We managed to throw on all our forwards. It was sort of like a last throw of the dice for Pellegrino. Everyone's been calling for Gabbiadini, Josh Sims to come on. They came on against Burnley, made a huge difference and set up a goal. Gabby smashed it home. Last weekend, hugely disappointing as well. And we've been speaking on the video on my channel. Must-win games, winnable games for teams around us, and we failed to do that yet again last weekend. I'm looking at the table now. We've got 13 draws. That's almost half of the games that we've played so far. And if we've got 9 games left, 5 of those, could easily be draws, and that could be half of the games we've played this season as draws.
Tell us about Pellegrino, because as obviously I've touched upon your channel, pop over to the Ugly Inside channel, link is in the description for all of that. We were talking about in your channel that I was saying that it just didn't seem something right with Pellegrino. Why are you struggling? Because since he's come back in the Premier League, well established 10th, 9th, 8th, round about that position, and then for whatever reason, what is it about him? Why aren't you clicking? Why aren't you progressing onto that next level?
Well, I think we've got a good side, but I just think we're being poorly managed. Pellegrino seems to run out of ideas or lack of ideas quite quickly. He's not getting the best out of the players. I don't think he's motivating the players enough either. I think Claude Puel had the same system last year. Maybe it's a language barrier. Maybe it's because it's their first time in English football. In hindsight, we made ourselves eat our own words with Claude Puel doing so well with Leicester pretty much immediately. But yeah, I think we're just being poorly managed by Pellegrino, and he's a lot of people call him a clown because he's completely clueless sometimes. Played a few players out of position. I scratch my head every single match day, mate. Honestly.
Well, surprising because was it Alaves, wasn't he? Was it La Liga last year? And obviously he's obviously coached under Rafa Benitez, and obviously again apprentice versus master and all of that. Who is you said your side struggling? Who is underperforming and who is performing as well?
Mario Lemina has been great this season when he's been in the side and when he's been fit. But the trouble that Pellegrino, the players have had this season is that one player will play terrifically well one week and then find themselves on the bench either rotated or dropped in the next week. It took Pierre-Emile Højbjerg almost a third of the season to come into the starting 11. He was given a start against Everton in November, and since then he's been terrific as well. He's sat out the last 2 games. He hasn't been on the pitch, but I think Romeu's probably been a bit liable over the last few months or so. So what I would like to see is fresh legs, and Højbjerg and Lemina in the centre of that park is certainly a fearsome duo, and if you have the 3 of them there, Romeu as the enforcer, let's say, Højbjerg the freedom to get forward, and Lemina box to box midfield, great with both feet, bounces people off his shoulder, and when he's fit he wants to play. He's actually passionate on social media too, which is really refreshing to see.
What about that man behind you? What's happened to Gabbiadini? He first come in, he was firing the goals and blimmin' hell, who's he? And then I know he scored a double against us. One was a penalty, one was which he ran his own box and shot low. But I thought he would then bloody hell have got some striker in there, and it was like, what the hell has happened? Is it service? Has the league caught up with him? What's going on with him?
So first point, service. You got it bang on there as a neutral watching Saints. We failed to give him the service, and Gabbiadini loves to get in behind, loves to make the runs behind the centre backs. His movement is second to none, absolutely brilliant to watch. But the players just either aren't picking him out, aren't seeing his runs, and when you're sitting obviously further behind the stand, you can see it. But what I don't understand is why Pellegrino isn't selecting him. More often than not, Gabbiadini gets on the score sheet, made an impact off the bench against Burnley, and it's really a shame to see that, because like you say, such a revelation last season. In his first 4 appearances, scored 6 goals, 2 in the cup final against United. As I say, we thought, bloody hell, we've got some striker here, but again, not being given the chance to get in the first team, and then actually Pellegrino persisted with Shane Long, who had only scored once in about a year and a half. So that goes to show the the plan and the action from Pellegrino, just completely clueless at times.
What's happened to Fraser Forster? Obviously, he's a local lad from up here, and he, for whatever reason, that he's another one who hasn't kicked on. Newcastle fans are always like, we should have never let him go. But obviously, he was behind Shea Given, Steve Harper, Tim Krul back in the day. What's happened to him this season? Because he doesn't look like he's stepped up either.
Yep, another player that Pellegrino persisted with for best part of the season. It was only until the 30th of December when we played Man United away. He decided to change the goalkeeper, and Alex McCarthy's been brilliant since then. Has looked composed, looked calm, come out off his line to collect the ball. Has been an influence for the back four, which is something that Fraser Forster completely lacks. I think he lacks confidence. His confidence is completely shot. He sticks to his line. And doesn't take any responsibility for balls into the box. He's a 6'7" goalkeeper, one of the biggest, if not the biggest, in the Premier League.
He's a monster.
Yeah, and he takes no responsibility for things. What you notice watching him week in, week out, he has more interest in fidgeting with his socks and his shorts and his shirt every week. You do see
him go down all the time. Yeah.
Every single time, he has more interest in fidgeting with his socks every week rather than actually keeping the ball out of the net. And the trouble that he's had. Watching him for the best part of this season, he's been slow to react. He looks like he goes down in slow motion. So when the ball goes sort of past him, that's when he decides to make a move. So we were sort of calling him a bit of a wardrobe earlier on this season because he was just so slow, so big. And they say he's too big to be goalkeeper, but I think we've got a good keeper in Alex McCarthy, doing well. And for me, actually, outside shout for being on that plane to Russia for England in the summer.
Interesting. We've got a song for Jamal ourselves as well, so you never know. Now let's talk about the game. Let's get on to it. Now you seem quite negative, Freddie. Right? I don't blame you. Both sides are struggling in the league. We're both very similar goal difference, very similar points. What's more important for you, not to lose or win? No, if I'm saying that right, what's more important, to win or not to lose?
Well, I think 3 points are a must. Must win. Every game is now must win. Every game is a big game. Every game for me is a cup final now to the end of the season. We've massively underachieved, massively underwhelmed the fans this season. We've not had much to sing or shout about because of the performances on the pitch. But as I say, Pellegrini seems to set up not to lose. So what you could find is perhaps Saints sitting back a little bit. What I would like to see, it won't happen until sort of Newcastle go ahead is just go attacking, just go for it, go for a 4-4-2. We absolutely bossed Stoke when we played 4-4-2, brought on, Josh Sims started from the off, he's direct, he's tenacious, he runs at players without fear, low centre of gravity as well. Players can't deal with that. Gabbiadini making a fox in the box, those sort of runs around the centre-backs. Carrillo, your target man. I want Saints to play without fear and just go for it. He's too conservative, Pellegrino.
Oh, you sound like a Newcastle fan. Right. I think you are right. It's more important to win than to lose the game. So I think we've got to win this game, as I've said on your channel as well. Now, have a little chat about us. What do you think about Newcastle? Can we stay up? What do you make of Rafa Benitez? Are we doomed, or we're going to stay up? What do you reckon of Newcastle?
It's so tight down there, isn't it? I'm looking at the table. Stoke 19th, 27 points, and you're looking all the way up to 12th, Bournemouth with 6 points. You can go anywhere. You're looking at West Brom; they're probably a write-off already, but anywhere from 18th upwards could stay up. The goal difference is what's going to keep a team up this season. Newcastle Saints very much similar goal difference, -12, -13 inch.
Do you think that might keep you up?
I think so. I think so. I think maybe those draws are actually going to be a bit of a blessing in disguise, a bit of an unsung hero, if you like, because you're neither conceding, you're neither scoring, your goal difference is staying the same. But Newcastle, I liked Mitrovic when he was there, but he seems a bit of a live wire. I think he's
Banging the goals in for Fulham now.
Big battling centre forward as well, loves to get himself in amongst it. You've got a couple of top players there, and Lascelles actually. I really like Lascelles, has come through the Championship. Yeah. And the new goalkeeper actually, Dubravka.
Yeah.
It looks excellent. Kept a clean sheet on his debut, right?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, fantastic performance against Man U.
And John Joe Shelvey, of course. Voldemort. We've got to keep him quiet in midfield. So
have you got Harry Potter in your midfield?
Well, hopefully Pellegrino's got the magic wand.
I like it. What's going to happen on Saturday?
It's going to be a draw, guarantee it. Honestly, no.
What, 0-0?
Probably, and it's going to be another 0-0, and it'd be very.
Hope not.
Oh, hope not. Yeah, hope not either. But no, I sincerely hope Saints go up there with the intention to win. But Newcastle, 52,000 fans, they'll be right behind the Magpies. But when Saints are away,
you fancy a 3-3? I'll be up for that.
I'd love that.
Give what some hot scares. So you reckon a draw then, do you?
I reckon a draw, yeah. But what I'd like Saints to go up there and go for it from the off. We're taking the full allocation. Hopefully the Saints get behind the team, and actually Saints play with less pressure on their backs away from home. We've got more away games now till the rest of the season. We've got 2 home games left against Chelsea and Man City. And we've had more pressure at home, so hopefully we can sneak a win. But I'm not holding too much confidence, mate.
Yeah, I think we'll win 2-0. I've said it on your channel as well. I've got to be confident, because we need to win this game as well. Right, that has been it. Thank you very much, Freddie, for coming on to Newcastle Fans TV. I'm over on his channel. It'll be a link in the description for the Ugly Inside. Let us know what you think in your comments down there below, and we'll see you later.